Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the Atakline for this Halloween night, Wednesday, October 31st, 2012. I hope everyone's having a great Halloween out there tonight, dressed up or not, especially those on the East Coast recovering from Superstorm, Hurricane Sandy, whatever you want to call her. And spent mine while sitting my butt today. I don't trick or treat much. I'm an old, of course, I'm old. The only Halloween thing I do is two things: DJ Halloween parties, which I did over the weekend, and on Halloween night, watch my Halloween tradition, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the closest thing to a horror movie I'll ever see, since I get scared too easily. So this is the closest thing to it. I saw the musical Rocky Horror Show last month at Meadowbrook in Rochester, Michigan. It was a fun show, camping movie. I haven't seen this yet. Go see it. Funny movie, camping movie. It's kind of, if you're scared of horror movies, this is the closest thing to horror movie, especially on this Halloween. Now, on with the entertainment news of this Halloween Wednesday, starting with Billboard #1s, which includes a #1 album, which many expected, and it's one expected, and unfortunately still #1 single. First off, your new #1 album in America with 1 million copies sold, Taylor Swift's Red. Of course, a lot of records broke by Miss Swift. She's, of course, sold 1.2 million, being the biggest first week for an album since Eminem back in 2002 at the Eminem show, selling 1.3 million. And also, Taylor's become the first female artist in SoundScan history to clock in 2 million selling first weeks of albums in a row. Of course, Speak Now sold 1 million, so did Red in its first week. And it's already become the third biggest selling album of 2012 in a week. Of course, capitalized on a big week for Taylor, big promotions, of course, announcing her tour, and about to embark to the CMAs tomorrow night to repeat as the CMA Entertainer of the Year for the second year, possibly. So congrats to Miss Swift, 1 million copies of Red. But now we have a new #1 album. An impressive debut from Kendrick Lamar at #2 at 200,000 sold through his album. We unfortunately, yes, for the 7th week in a row, Maroon 5 Yes survives one more week at #1 with One More Night, blocking Psy once again from #1 for a 6th week. Now, the last time we had a 1-2 standoff was last year. Rihanna was #1 for 7 weeks. And a #2 song after 7 weeks finally kicked off Rihanna. That #2 song was Sexy I Know It by MFAL. So maybe next week, Psy can finally block Maroon 5 from being #1 after being blocked by Maroon for 7 weeks. So, congrats to Taylor #1. And also, Maroon still #1 despite Psy's growing popularity. Of course, it's so popular now, Glee's gonna do it. Gangnam Style. Or as they like to call it, Gangnam Style. Now, on to the biggest entertainment news of the last 24 hours. The purchase of Lucasfilm by Walt Disney. Yes, yesterday, Walt Disney Company bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion. And the biggest news that came out of that purchase is the announcement of something we thought would never exist. Yes, they're going to make Star Wars Episode 7 coming out expectedly in 2015. It's been kind of a mixed response to it. My response to that is, it's stupid. I've seen the first 3 episodes, the prequels, of course, which were pretty dang good, especially #3 was the best one of the prequels. I've seen bits of 4, 5, and 6, of course, the classics, New Hope. Saw a bit of Return of the Jedi. I think like the one I saw the most of is Return of the Jedi back when I was in sophomore year of high school. And, of course, the Empire Strikes Back is the second of the main ones. I didn't see Return of the Jedi. I went to Empire Strikes Back and saw that mostly when I was in sophomore year was Empire Strikes Back. So, and they're also going to make more episodes, not just episode 7, but episodes 8 and 9. Various fans, including Kevin Smith, has voiced his approval, saying that he's a super fan and saying that he wouldn't be here without Star Wars. Of course, Kevin Smith says that he's very excited about the new the new movies. That he's all for it, caring to see all the new movies they're gonna make. It's weird for me they're gonna make a new Star Wars. As long as they keep Jar Jar Binks out of it, be all good. So but most everyone's mixed some off going forward. You know, some I hope it doesn't suck. To be honest, I do. Give the best of luck to Disney. Of course, makes sense for Disney to buy Lucasfilm. Of course, Disney's had a decent relationship with Lucasfilm Star Tours. So, makes sense for Lucasfilm to be bought by, of all people, Disney. But I am surprised that 20th Century Fox didn't buy him. Because, you know, 20th Century Fox made Star Wars movies. So, there you go. So, Lucasfilm being bought by Disney for $4 billion. And, of course, the biggest news out of it, more new Star Wars movies. Almost a decade since Episode 3. And I hope it doesn't suck. In my mind, it still feels weird that we make new ones. New directors probably. Of course, Lucas may not be involved. A little bit better than re-releasing the old movies in 3D. But there you go. Star Wars Episode 7. Coming to you soon. So there you go. Now, on with the music news of the day. Starting with news on Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen. They had big success with their hit duet, Good Time. And they're having a good time until recently. Of course, they just got a lawsuit for plagiarizing. According to several sources, Allison Nicole Burnett, an Alabama-based singer-songwriter, authorized a song called It's a Love Song, and she's suing Carly Rae and Owl City for Good Time sounding too identical to her song, It's a Love Song. In her lawsuit, she says that Adam Young of Owl City, Matt Thiessen, and Brian Lee have copied a prominent motive of her song to create Good Time. Of course, it became a top 10 hit and played all over radio and commercials. Some of their love songs are on the rise, but this one is filled with details about musicology and contains other idiosyncrasies. According to the complaint, the hook in Burnett's song is a unique vocal motive that is repeated throughout the song and has a catchy pop vibe that draws both people in and sticks in people's heads. The song on Burnett's album The Takeover has been on sale since 2010 and was even used on MTV for The Hills and Friend Zone. So there you go. Owl City apparently used a motive of this girl's song. I haven't heard this song yet. The It's a Love Song by this Burnett chick that says that Owl City's parenting it. So I can't really tell that if they sound alike or not. I may view it later, but let's see what happens with this lawsuit. I hope they settle out of court probably. And maybe republish the rights and make her get a credit. That's what they should do. Give a songwriting credit to avoid further court cases. So there you go. Owl City getting sued. I don't think Carly Rae's involved because she didn't write the song. She just appeared on it. So there you go. Owl City being sued for using another person's song to use the hook for his huge song Good Time, which I like and I play at my shows. So there you go. Now on with news on Rihanna. Now, of course, her upcoming album Unapologetic is going to come out on November 19th. Preceded by the crappy single Diamonds, which is unfortunate for myself, heating up the charts. And Rihanna is, of course, going to be celebrating her album big time with a big promotion for the album. Now, this album, Unapologetic, coming out November 19th, is her 7th album. So what better way to celebrate your 7th release by going on a 7-day tour of 7 concerts in 7 countries in 7 days. And what are you going to call that tour? The 777 Tour. Duh! Rihanna announced officially today that you'll be going on the 777 Tour, 7 shows, 7 countries, 7 days. The glove-spinning track will kick up on November 14th, just 7 days before the release of Unapologetic, as Riri boards a Boeing 777 twin jet. Makes sense for that. Along with international press corps of 150 journalists and a group of fans from the Rihanna Navy. I'm hearing Channel 955, local station here in Detroit, is giving away trips to that, by the way. Of course, it all leads up to the release of the Unapologetic album. And no word on what countries are going to be involved on this tour besides the UK. They're saying the UK is the only country known for this 777 tour. I'm guessing a show in the US, and probably other countries will be revealed as we head towards the start of the 777 tour in 2 weeks from today. So there you go. Rihanna launching a promotional effort for her album Unapologetic, 7th album with 7 shows, 7 countries, 7 days in 2 weeks. Now, I mentioned, of course, tomorrow night is the Country Music Awards, CMA Awards. Of course, Taylor Swift's, of course, nominated. And I don't know if she's performing or not. I think, but I need to double check on that. But hosting the CMAs tomorrow will be Carrie Underwood, who today, alongside Pink and Pitbull, have been confirmed to perform at another award show to be airing on ABC on November 18th. It'll be the American Music Awards, the 40th anniversary, alongside previously announced like Taylor, Nicki Minaj, Linkin Park, and Christina Aguilera. And we all know Rihanna probably won't show up because she'll be in another country by that time doing the 777 tour. Now, I know Rihanna's nominated, but she probably won't show up. So there you go, new performance set for the AMAs with Carrie, Pink, and Pitbull for November 18th on ABC. Speaking of ABC shows, on with the preview for tonight's Modern Family. Yes, despite the fact that a lot of TV shows are getting preempted this week because of Hurricane Sandy coverage, my show gets saved. Of course, I do wish the best. I do wish the best to everybody out on the East Coast, especially New York City. Hope you're staying safe out there, with or without power. Anyway, last week's Halloween episode of Modern Family was amazing. Funny episode last week. Not as good as the one in 2010, but still, decent Halloween episode with Claire and over-scaring and going to open house theme. And of course, great scenes in last week's episode. And tonight's episode is about some yard sale. So we'll see what happens tonight on Modern Family at 9, 8 Central on ABC. That is it for the Atakline today. See you all later. Once again, happy Halloween, everybody. You've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Boo! Boo! Just wanted to do that. See you later. Ghouls and goblins and witches. See you later. Happy Halloween again. Boo. Yeah.